Okay, so this lighting is a bit weird, but we're gonna work with what we got. Long time no see, it's been quite a while. Sophomore year of college has been very, very busy. But on the bright side of things, we are almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I'm truly grateful and thankful to everyone. Hopefully, I will be able to find enough time to be able to make more interesting videos like dorm tours, more advice videos, and just cool things that will entertain and inspire and educate you guys. But in today's video, we have been in college for a few weeks now, probably even around a month at this point, and I just kind of want to be able to talk about things that you can do to make sure that you have a solid academic foundation at college and how to survive your first few weeks and develop habits that will help you and help prepare you for your colleges beyond. And these are some tips I've used as a first year at Yale and my sophomore year at Yale. Hopefully you can use these to help you in your college career. Now the first tip is a very obvious tip, but it's cliche for a reason. It's time management. You got to really be able to manage your time well. The first thing that you should be doing is to get either a physical agenda, if that is what you're into, or use your iPhone. There are many apps that you can use. Personally, I use my Notepad app because I think it's more convenient to be able to first-hand edit and type things in at the moment. But most importantly, I think that every single college student should have a Google Calendar, because for your extracurriculars and your classes and office hours and everything, a lot of professors and people and your friends and students like to use GCal because it's very convenient to share things and it looks very aesthetic and nice and cool. Now in terms of academics, especially when you are choosing your classes, you want to be able to choose them wisely, because sometimes it's out of your control, like the class times, but a lot of the times you have a lot of control and leeway in choosing your classes. So for example, are you the type of person who likes to wake up at 9 a.m. and get all of your classes done before 12 p.m. so that you can set up a good sleep schedule and routine so that you get your classes out in the morning and then you can spend the rest of the day to do homework, to do extracurriculars, or to have fun? Or do you want to be able to disperse them a bit more, you know what I mean? Let's say you like working out in the mornings, and so you want to work out first and then you go to class at 11. Everyone has different preferences, because some people like only having classes, and some people do this only from Tuesday through Thursday, so they have like a 4-day, 5-day weekend. But some people like having little classes in between from Monday through Friday to disperse it evenly and frequently. In terms of actually going to classes, make sure that you are attending lectures even if they are not mandatory, and make sure you're attending sections and everything, because the snowball effect does happen in college, because you really do get busy, and if there's one thing that you don't understand and you keep on putting it off, it might affect the understanding of another thing, so that you're really on top of it and that you can attend all the classes, you can take active notes in class, and if anything you can always go to office hours, you can ask your friends for help, but just make sure that you're keeping consistent habits and you're staying organized through the Notepad, through the Google Calendar, through your agenda. In terms of homework, my advice is to make sure that you are doing at least a little bit of something every single day, because so that way you will stay motivated and that you'll be consistently doing work throughout. So the moment that you hear a homework assignment or a project, no matter how close or far away it is, I recommend that you write it on your Notepad or your Google Calendar, just so that you don't forget it and just so that it's in your head. And in terms of procrastination, I highly recommend that there are going to be days where it's kind of hard for you to study because maybe you have so much free time. In that case, I highly recommend for you to actually specifically block out hours or a few hours of your day to study. So for example, let's say you're free from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. and you have all this work to do. Maybe you can schedule 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. to work on a problem set, or 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. to meet up with a friend to discuss ideas and write things for an essay. One thing that I found useful is the Pomodoro technique, which is something that you've probably heard, which is basically you set a timer, and for the first 25 minutes of it, you're gonna give your all and focus and just do work for 25 minutes. And after that, you have a 5-minute break in between, and then you reset the cycle. So basically what this helps you to do is you're able to focus within that specific time frame, like as if it's the only 25 minutes you have to finish the work. And a lot of the times you end up actually finishing the work quickly. But yeah, that cycle works: 25 minutes work, 5-minute break, and then you repeat it until you get the work done. Not only do you want to make sure that you have great time management and that your schedule is all set to your preferences and what you like, and make sure you have your Google Calendar all set, and make sure you're keeping up these consistent study habits and writing all of your homework down to make sure that you do not fall behind. I highly recommend you to prepare for your classes logistically. Make sure you have your pencils, your pens, your textbooks, and textbooks are very, very important because a lot of people spend a lot of money on them, and unfortunately some of the books out there you have to buy, but also there are many good ways to save money, like renting books on Amazon, checking your local bookstore, asking for friends. At Yale, personally, we have this Facebook page called Free and for Sale where we like sell things for free or on a sale. Usually there are a lot of textbooks because a lot of the people there have same classes. But at the same time, you do not want to be buying unnecessary textbooks. So make sure that you check your syllabus and you ask your professor, you ask your TA, and it'd be like, yo, do I really have to buy all these things? Like, what do I need? What is like a PDF online? Yeah, there are also many sources like Borrow Direct, ILL, Project Gutenberg, your actual library. These are things that you can actually search up online. Besides the library part, but these are things you can search up online, and they will help you find PDFs online of textbooks, or they can help send books from other universities to your school. So once you have your classes down, once you have everything prepared, set for them, once you have proper daily routines, and once again, I can elaborate on these tips in a future video if you want, but once you have all that set, you want to be able to succeed in your classes. And inevitably, sometimes we do end up falling behind, and there are things that we don't understand and that we're stuck on. So my favorites are taking advantage of your school's resources, like going to your writing center, meeting friends with common interests, and forming study groups, because learning as a group is really good, especially when you're like mutually teaching each other the material. It helps you understand whether or not you actually truly know the material. But there are also many different methods, like my personal favorite, Chegg. So Chegg has been a lifesaver for many students, but one of my personal favorite parts of Chegg is the Chegg Study. So in Chegg Study, there are actually many resources for textbook solutions for over 34,000 unique types of textbooks. So there's a whole entire database of things that you might get stuck on, especially for like problem sets for math, or even things for like English or history. You know, they have it all. They even have an expert question and answer for that when you're stuck and when you're in a rut, and a study community of people with similar interests and similar problems that you have, so that you can actually delve deep and like figure things out through typing specific questions and trying to understand specifically what do you not understand and what you can improve on. I actually have a bunch of friends who found this more helpful than simply watching lectures online or going to lectures in class or just watching YouTube videos, because it's very specific, it's very accurate, it's very tailored to your textbook and your needs, and I think that it's truly useful and it'll help you stay on track academically this year. You will just overall be able to understand your homework very comprehensively at a very deep level, but not only that, you'll also be able to strive and succeed academically and learn way more through this. So I highly recommend that you check it out and you won't regret it. Alright, so one of my last tips is that, you just want to have fun with it, to be honest, because at the end of the day, especially as a first year, as a college student, you want to be able to explore your interests a bit more, because you might think that you want to do something in the STEM field, but it's always good to maybe diversify your interests a bit, but also be ahead of the game, because you want to be able to look at any prerequisites you have. So you want to be able to find a balance of choosing classes that you're interested in, choosing classes that you have to take, and choosing classes that are kind of a mix and a balance between the two. But yeah, once you have that, make sure that you're setting daily habits and routines, because trust me, being consistent is going to help you in the long run. You'll be more happy, you'll be able to get things done a lot quicker. And so yeah, these are just some of the main academic tips that I have used as a first year and sophomore at Yale that have helped me survive and strive in classes. So if you want anything more, like maybe for extracurriculars or the social scene or Q&As and stuff, please let me know. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry for the delay. I'm going to genuinely try my best to find some time. I'm going to use that GCal. Find some time to be able to make some more content. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and have a good one.